Hey everyone, this is Mike Chi. Tonight I'm just doing some personal experiments to see if I can improve the composite output of my video adapter hat. You can see that the composite is actually really crummy. I mean, we all know that composite has its problems, but there's a crazy shimmer in the trees here, and the dot crawl is probably worse than what you remember it to be. And I think fundamentally the problem is because the NTSC chroma oscillator on my hat isn't coupled to the pixel clock. You have to have a very precise relationship between the line frequency and the chroma subcarrier in order for the NTSC color decoder on most of these TVs to work well. So let's see if we can tighten that up with better video timing and rearranging the circuit slightly. So I'll be right back.
Let's take a look at the problem in a bit closer detail. If we zoom in on the color burst, you'll quickly see that the chroma subcarrier has no real phase relationship with the line frequency, and you can see that cycling all over the place. And that's really going to mess up the color decoding on any TV with a comb filter.
Okay, after some hacking, I think I have a solution that works pretty well. Again, this is just a quick hack, so please excuse the glue. What I have going on here is the pixel clock from the Raspberry Pi is going to this PIC32 microprocessor. This circuit board is just some random board I have lying around at my company. I just needed to mount the microprocessor, and all this guy is doing is I'm using its onboard PLL to generate the correct chroma subcarrier frequency for the NTSC encoder. But the critical thing is that it's aligned phase locked to the Raspberry Pi's pixel clock. That way I can create a pixel mode where each line has exactly integer and a half multiple of the chroma subcarrier. Therefore, every other line on every line the color carrier reverses phase, and that allows the TV with a comb filter to decode the color information properly. Whereas in the old design, I had a free running oscillator, and that's why we saw those crazy artifacts earlier in the video. Pretty quick hack, so let's see how it works.
Here's an after shot of the color burst. Now you see it's nice and stable. It cycles between 0 and 180 degrees phase on alternating lines. That's why it's now stable with respect to the line frequency.
Alright, that's looking a lot better. You see in the trees there isn't that weird shimmer, and how these dot artifacts are now holding still. You don't have that weird shimmer and those weird colors being generated. This is looking a lot closer to what a Nintendo actually output, although it's still not perfect. The actual Nintendo actually cycled around its pixel clock slightly so that you had a moving dot crawl artifact, which I think actually made it look a little bit better than this, but this is certainly a lot better than we had at the beginning. So I'm pretty happy with the results so far. Now, Composite gets a lot of hate from most people, but you know, to be honest, sometimes it's nice playing the games originally as they were back in the day. And for some systems like a Nintendo, to be honest, you know, sometimes RGB is just too sharp. See, I'll go to RGB mode here. You don't really want to see all the pixels and in all its low resolution glory. Sometimes having an NTSC artifact softens up the image and makes it, I don't know, at least a little bit more playable to me. It depends on the day. And the other thing is sometimes I like to play in a lower resolution format because that makes me appreciate how great RGB is. If I play too much in RGB, I kind of get desensitized and get used to it. But anyways, so this was an interesting hack. I'm not sure if I'll roll this into a new version because to get this to work properly, you really are limited to one pixel clock frequency. Otherwise, the whole NTSC encoder fails. So that's something I'll be thinking about, but I'll keep you guys updated. Anyways, if you find this video interesting, let me know, and thanks for watching.